If you've never imported a car from Copart before and you're trying to figure out where to start, this video is for you. I'm going to give you the honest, complete picture of what this process actually looks like, not the version dealers want you to believe, that it's too complicated, too risky, too foreign, and not the version some YouTube channels sell, that it's easy money and everyone gets rich. The truth is somewhere in the middle. This is a real process with real risks that produces real savings, if you understand what you're doing. Let me walk you through it from the beginning. What is Copart? Copart is a US-based auto auction company listed on the NASDAQ stock exchange. They partner with insurance companies, banks, and fleet operators to sell vehicles those entities no longer want. When an insurance company declares a car a total loss, meaning repair costs exceed a certain percentage of the car's value, they send it to Copart. Copart photographs the car, lists it with a damage description and VIN, and opens it to bidding from registered buyers worldwide. Nigerians can register and bid. Most of the inventory is accessible without a US dealer license. The cars are real. The platform is legitimate. The process, done correctly, is traceable at every step. What kinds of cars are on Copart? Everything from heavily damaged wrecks to cars with minor cosmetic damage that look almost factory new. For Nigerian importers, you want to stay in a specific section of that range. Cars that are mechanically sound but cosmetically damaged. A cracked bumper, a dented hood, a shattered headlight. These cars look bad in photos. They bid low because American buyers who have access to cheap repair shops still don't want them. But in Nigeria, a panel beater in Mushin or a body shop in Surulere can make these cars look brand new for 150 to 400,000 naira. That repair cost gap between what it costs to fix in America and what it costs to fix in Nigeria is where your profit lives. How do you register? You go to Copart.com and begin the registration process. You'll hit a page that asks for business credentials, a dealer license, an EIN, a business address. Most Nigerians stop here. They assume these are mandatory. They're not for public member registration. There's a checkbox on that page that changes your account type from dealer to public member. Click it, and the mandatory business fields disappear. You register with your personal information. From Nigeria, you'll need to verify your identity. Module 2 of the guide walks through the exact registration steps with screenshots so you don't miss the checkbox that changes everything. How do you pay for a car you win? From Nigeria, you have several options. International wire transfer from a domiciliary account. This is the most common method. Your Nigerian bank transfers dollars directly to Copart's bank account. Dollar card payment. Some Nigerian banks issue dollar debit cards that work for international transactions. Zenith, GTB, and others offer these. Third-party payment services. Some platforms facilitate payment for an additional fee. At every step, you're paying Copart directly through their official portal or bank account, not through a middleman, not through a connect. You get a receipt. You get a payment confirmation dashboard. Every naira is traceable. How does the car get from America to Lagos? Once you've won and paid, you need the car transported from the Copart yard to a US port. This is called domestic trucking. You hire a transport company or your clearing agent arranges it to move the car from the Copart yard to the port. At the port, the car is loaded onto a cargo ship. You have two options for ocean shipping. RORO. Cheaper, the car is driven onto the ship, exposed during transit. Container. Safer, the car is loaded into a steel container, shared with other cars to split the cost. Most Nigerian importers use container shipping for security. Ocean transit from the US to Lagos takes approximately 3 to 5 weeks, depending on the route and the shipping line. What happens at the Nigerian port? Your car arrives at Tinkan Island or Apapa port in Lagos. Your clearing agent submits documentation to Nigerian customs. Customs assesses the car using their benchmark value database, which may be higher than what you paid on Copart, and issues a duty assessment. You pay the duty, your agent processes the release, you collect your car. From arrival to collection, in a well-executed clearance, 5 to 10 days, in a poorly executed clearance, 3 to 6 weeks, with demurrage fees accumulating every day. The difference between a smooth clearance and a painful one comes down to 3 things: your documentation being complete before the car arrives, your Form M being approved and ready, your clearing agent being competent and trustworthy. The guide covers all 3. What does the whole thing cost? Let me give you a realistic example for a beginner's first import. A 2017 Toyota Camry SE with front-end damage. Copart winning bid, $4,500. Buyer premium, $600. Domestic trucking, $400. Ocean shipping and insurance, $1,900. Total in US dollars, $7,400. At 1,550 Naira per dollar, 11,470,000 Naira. Nigerian customs duty and clearing, 3,200,000 to 4 million Naira, depending on the assessment. Local repairs, bumper, headlights, hoodwork, 250,000 to 400,000 Naira. Total landed cost, 14,920,000 to 15,870,000 Naira. Lagos dealer price for a 2017 Camry SE, 17 to 20 million Naira. Your savings, 2 million to 5 million Naira on your first import. This isn't guaranteed. Exchange rates move. Customs assessments vary. Repair costs can be higher than estimated if the damage is worse than the photo showed, which is why every number needs to be calculated before you bid. Not estimated, not guessed, not hoped. The landed cost calculator does this. You plug in the bid, the car year and model, the estimated shipping, and your exchange rate. It shows you your real total cost and your real margin. If the deal is bad, stop. If the deal is good, bid. That's the whole system. One more thing for people who are reading this and thinking, I understand the concept, but I need someone to hold my hand through it. That's what the private Telegram support group is for. Every time you hit a step, you're unsure about which car to bid on, whether a damage type is safe, how to handle a customs assessment that seems too high. You post in the group. I answer within 2 to 6 hours. Other members who've been through the same situation respond. You're not doing this alone. And every month I post a copy this deal breakdown. One specific Copart car with my recommended max bid, full cost analysis, and damage assessment. Your first import, you can follow my lead exactly. Use my car, use my numbers, win the auction, or a similar one. Execute the process. That's how Bola did it in January this year. She copied my December deal exactly. Saved 7.1 million Naira on her first import. 0 mistakes, 0 surprises, because she didn't guess, she copied. The DIY Import Bible is 35,000 Naira. If you're buying a car in the next 3 to 6 months, this system saves you more than it costs before you even pay for your first bid. If you don't have import capital yet, the import service and partner models in the guide show you how to start earning from this knowledge without using your own money. Either way, the link is in the description. 35,000 Naira today. 75,000 Naira after 500 buyers. If the button still says 35,000 Naira, you're early.